Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this video we'll be going through this jump 75 index cash out setup where I'll be growing this 100 USD account to over 300 USD. So as usual, we start off by going to the history, and you can see there's the 100 USD that was deposited. Now let's move on to the charts. On the charts, we start off on the weekly where we see there's a break of structure. So prices broke structure a long time ago on that weekly low, and then it looked like it was headed for, the imbalance right there, and price has already filled that imbalance. It's still right now to this date reacting at the imbalance or the weekly order block. So you can see price is forming this reversal. I think I've covered this trade before, but there's been some weeks since. So price dropped down, and then now it gave us our final liquidity sweep. So right before price gave us the liquidity sweep, we have to see what it did, and that's on the 4-hour chart. And we can see that price broke structure right below the low, and then it went back and gave us our first sign that price is having a bullish momentum, which is a change of character. So right after the price gave us a change of character, it went down to respect the 4-hour bullish order block, and then it confirmed our buy reversal by giving us a break of structure. And as soon as it broke structure, I want you to see how it returned back down. Now what caused it to return is, if we look on our left on the daily chart, we can see there's a daily rejection block right there. So price hit that bearish daily rejection block, and then it dropped back inside. Now we have to continue the bullish momentum. So yeah, that's on the daily. And if we look on the 4-hour, we have to look at what exactly price reacted off of. So if we zoom, you can see there's a break of structure, and then there's a final sort of stop hunt right below that low. Now as soon as after it hit it gave us a stop hunt, price hit the 4-hour order block. Now this is where it specifically reacted off of, and then it continued to shoot up. So I think it's clear, everyone can see that we have to be buying, but we're getting closer to where I want us to be buying it. Now price afterwards, it gave us a break of structure, of course, upwards, and then it returned back down to almost fill the fair value gap. And the reason it didn't completely fill the fair value gap is because there was that breaker block on our left. So price respected the breaker block, went up to break structure, and then when it returned back, now I want you to see when it returned back, it's sort of messy. It respected the 4-hour order block, but more specifically, if I whip out this line, it respected the rejection block, and then it continued to move up and broke structure right above that high. Now that break of structure took place on the 4-hour chart, but there's also another BOS on the daily time frame. So after it broke structure on the daily time frame, you can see it penetrated the imbalance, but it did not completely fill the imbalance, and there's also a reason why it did not. Now if I move on the 4-hour, I want you to shift your attention on the left side of the chart, where if I stretch out this trend line, we can see price hit the mitigation block. So after price hit the mitigation block, it dropped down immediately, and we expect it to continue to shoot up to finish filling up the imbalance. Now this is because there is also that breaker block that is going to hit, and on the 4-hour there is that inefficiency that has been filled, and then after price fill the inefficiency, it's also met with the 4-hour order block. So this is a clean, should I say, a clear buy from the 4-hour, daily, and the weekly. We have to buy sort of for a long time. Now this is what I could see at this moment in time. So we had to buy around that area of the 4-hour order block, and if I zoom onto the 1-hour, which we'll be covering, we will find out that it has to be buying a bit lower. So I want you to focus on that 1-hour order block. Now that's not where we're going to be buying it specifically, but it's almost close to the area where we're buying. So if I mark out the body of the 1-hour order block, and then I zoom on to the 30 minutes, there's also the 30-minute order block. Now that's where I planned to buy at, because it was a sweet one. If you can see, there's a imbalance right before price hit the 30-minute order block. So what price is currently doing right now is it's raiding that low, so it's just dropping down below the low and then hitting 30-minute order block, and then it shoots up into the buy side liquidity. So this is the plan, and this is what I had analyzed on the computers. Yeah, it's also, you know, indicating the same thing. So this is where I started picking my buy pending orders. I put lightly so that if it decides to wipe the low, you know, I don't fully cover every specific detail that I see, just cover the basics so that you guys can understand. But I put lightly so that when it drops down to wipe the low, it can't blow the account. So yeah, I pegged my buy limits there, and then we have to wait to see what happens afterwards. Okay, so this is after some hours, and you know, price is still doing its thing right there. It's consolidating right there. I don't know, it hasn't yet picked up, while like 16 USD in profit, that's nothing. So I decided to scale in because it's giving us that structure, and you can see if I move on to the left side, price has wiped that low. I did not show you guys the low that I talked about, and then it hit the 30-minute order block. So at least I made sure that I don't enter too aggressive, that the account will blow by the time it reaches that low. So yeah, I did not cover everything. It went up and then broke structure right above there, returned back, and then now it's gonna hit the 15-minute order block, and then we'll continue to buy from there. So this is the reason why I ended up picking my buys and scaling in. So I ended up, you know, topping up more trades right now, and I think I added maybe about 0.05, and then yeah, we aim for price to reach the buy side liquidity right above that high, and then we exit. So we won't be holding it for too long. Now yeah, we have to see what happens afterwards. Now moments later, you can clearly see price you know, made this huge move up, and yeah, it's a significant move up because it had managed to double the account, should I say triple. Yes, we're 200 USD in profits. So of course, with this new cash out, what you can, I decided, you know what, I was satisfied, and it had also reached at our buy side liquidity target reached, profit target reached. Yeah, I think it was a good time for us to close the position, and then, you know, we'll take out something and then we'll continue on with the remaining balance. So right about now is when I decided to take off the position or close the position at specifically 313 USD equity, and that's what we now have in our balance. So not long after, we decided to withdraw it, as you can see here, 200 USD, and then all proceed with the 100 USD. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys on the next video.